The three boys argue over who has standing to pursue Missy. Leonard gets sneaky and tells Sheldon he has to protect Missy's genetic integrity by only allowing someone suitable to fertilize Missy's eggs in order to potentially produce an individual as remarkable as Sheldon himself. Sheldon apparently finds merit to this argument.
I'm a fancy Indian man. We invented pajamas.
Hey, look at me. I don't have a foreskin.
Sheldon, are you aware that your sister is an incredibly attractive woman?
She certainly has a symmetry and low body fat that Western culture deems desirable. It's noteworthy. At other points in history, heavier women were the standard for beauty because their girth suggested affluence.
That's fascinating, but
I didn't say it was fascinating. I said it was noteworthy.
All right, noted. But my point is that Kuthrapali and Wallowitz, they're hitting on your sister. Oh,
Oh, okay. You know, I don't want to criticize your rhetorical style, but we'd be a lot further along in this conversation if you'd begun with that thought.
that's great.
What I'm saying is that we took quite an unnecessary detour from what I now understand to be your thesis.
Whatever. You have to do something about it.
Why?
Because she's your sister.
I don't understand. But yes, we shared a uterus for 9 months. But since then, we've pretty much gone our own separate ways.
Okay, consider this. With your father gone, it is your responsibility to make sure that Missy chooses a suitable mate.
I hadn't considered that. We do share DNA. So there is the possibility, however remote, that resting in her loins is the potential for another individual as remarkable as myself.
Exactly. And you owe it to yourself and to posterity to protect the genetic integrity of your sister's future offspring.
You're right. If someone wants to get at Missy's fallopian tubes, they'll have to go through me.
I am Shiva the Destroyer. I will have the woman.
Good morning, you. I was judo champion at math camp.
All right, now that's enough juvenile squabbling. You stop it. You stop it, I say. I'm going to settle this right now. Neither of you are good enough for my sister.
Who are you to decide that?
He's the man of his family. You have to respect his wishes.
You're out too, by the way.
Say what?
It's nothing personal. I'd just prefer if my future niece or nephew didn't become flatulent every time they ate an Eskimo pie.
What are you so happy about?
I'm not happy. It's the medication. I can't stop smiling.
Now that Leonard's made me aware of how high the genetic stakes are, we have to face the fact that none of you are suitable mates for my sister.
Wait a minute. Leonard made you aware of that?
We all make mistakes. Let's move on.
Excuse me, but I think you're missing a big opportunity here.
How so?
Everybody knows genetic diversity produces the strongest offspring. Why not put a little mocha in the family latte?
In principle, you have a point. But as a practical matter, need I remind you that it takes experimental pharmaceuticals to simply enable you to speak to the opposite sex?
I think you're focusing entirely too much on the drugs.
Is it 'cause I'm Jewish? 'Cause I'd kill my rabbi with a pork chop to be with your sister.
This has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with the fact that you're a tiny, tiny man who still lives with his mother.
Sheldon, you are really being unreasonable.
Am I? Here, eat this cheese without farting and you can sleep with my sister.
Oh, really?
Oops.